Omo wahala. There is fire on the mountain, oh. Guys, Bella's boyfriend, sheggz BBN Niger, has been called out over money issue, and this one is not a good one. Meanwhile, guys, please disregard any kind of or form of noise you will hear in the background. Please. So, according to this guy, Emeka's Insight came out on Twitter and he wrote, Noblesse obliged didn't die with Balzac, or how uptown Big Brother housemate Segun Olusemo acted like a trenches crook. Here goes. Upon learning about him for the first time on the timeline of one of his stands and pitching him to my team, I did emailed at sheggz Olu on June 16. The offer to him was become a partner and brand ambassador in exchange for cash and equity. Got a call from him 1 hour after the email to say he was interested and wanted to learn more. Excited, I told him I would discuss with the team and revert in a bit. The offer was 500,000 plus equity. We went back and forth and I told him the best we could do was 1 million plus 10% equity, as we had decided we could no more accept the 2 million. And as at Thursday 22nd June, I told him if he was going to accept that offer, then we could end talks, and I thanked him for his efforts and his faith. This was when trouble started. sheggz got back to me the next day and said because he really believed in the startup, he'd help us in this way. He lied to his management that we paid 2 million since the money was coming to him. All he needed me to do was send him an extra 1 million to be returned the next day. Within hours, when I delayed, sheggz bombarded me with calls and even threatened to block me over the delay. Do note that at this point, sheggz had already been paid 1 million and we had not had any meetings or executed any contracts per his insistence. Finally sent him the money around 4:30 p.m. after getting him to promise in writing, luckily reason letter, that he did return the money in what's supposed to be within 2 to 3 hours. sheggz said he was waiting outside his manager's home/office. Can't remember. Didn't tell him the delay was because I was trying to borrow money from a dear friend. Just told him the money was from our reserves and absolutely needed to be returned in the night. We would later have our first meeting that evening, with his manager unexpectedly absent. At the end of the meeting, I walked with sheggz to his car to remind him we are long past when he promised to send the money back, but that it was fine and he could just do it in my presence, so I sent it back. sheggz explains he is in a hurry and his battery is low. He needs 30 minutes. As I watch him drive off, my confidence level departs with him. It's past 11 p.m. now and I had promised the dear friend who borrowed me the money, heaven and earth, that it will be back before midnight. To ensure no delay with forwarding the money, I wait behind at the car park of Eco Hotels where we did have the meeting. My partner in the meeting, Kiki, had left, and sadly she gets waylaid that night at the Unilag area because it was so late already, further making the night miserable for me as I felt partly responsible. It's now past midnight and I'm feeling like the stupidest person in the world for trusting sheggz to be honorable with 1 million. When I couldn't reach sheggz by 2 a.m., I leave back for the mainland. I sleep by 4 p.m. and wake up by 6 a.m. to resume following up. Long story short, sheggz is pissed that I was frantically following up over the money. He spends the weekend telling me so many lies about his efforts to send the money from someone he had given 8,005 euro to, saying we did link up and he will give me cash that weekend. By Monday, he's still lying. Now is the manager of one of the GTB branches in Ikoyi that's delaying until we met by 9 p.m. That 1 million hadn't been returned. Between all this time, sheggz hadn't offered a single line of apology, even after I told him the relationship the episode was destroying. Sociopath vibes. sheggz did eventually return only 500k and go on to do other similarly terrible things that are threatening to ruin my humble startup, which is why he don't want to work with him again, and we and are now requesting a full refund of our 1.5 million. Receipts would be published if he denies. One of those terrible things was failing to be honorable again on Friday the 7th, when he demanded a ransom of 500k, without which he would honor an agreement to post by 5 p.m. He made good on that threat and once again never showed remorse, which became the straw for us. Now, wow, I thought sheggz said when he came out of Big Brother house that the first thing he did was to go for, I think, is it a rehabilitation center? So I don't even know, I've forgotten what he said then, and he really changed so many things. People were complaining about him during that show, and which one of them is pride? Like, seriously, sheggz, if this was what happened between these two people, I think this guy really needs to apologize, and maybe if they say they don't want to have anything to do with him again because he failed them, then the right thing to do is to honorably return their money. He shouldn't have even waited for them to drag him out on social media, because this one go a long way now to stain his reputation. I'm telling you. However, some people are dragging him on Twitter, as some people are comparing him to Kid Wire. sheggz always, this Mr. Ikoyi, Mrs. Ikoyi, sheggz has always made us to believe that here is the bad day. I mean, his mouth, Hey. Some set of people are still asking Bella how she's coping with this sheggz. Abi, is she the one that is funding sheggz lifestyle? Because in fact, guys, if you see comments under this post on Twitter, as they are dragging sheggz, they are also dragging Bella. Anyways, last everybody go there alright. The thing is that the guys should do the needful to avoid further embarrassment. Guys, with that being said, that brings me to the end of this video. And in case you're watching for the first time, this is Gistlover Entertainment News. Thank you for watching and tuning in. Please, before going, remember to please give this video a massive thumbs up. Hit on the red subscribe button to subscribe, turn on notification bell to always get notified anytime I drop new video or videos. On this channel, we react, we analyze, we give trending gist, celebrity news, true crime and true crime stories. And to my only subscribers, thank you for always watching, liking, commenting and sharing. Bye bye for now, as I'm signing out for my next one. Peace out. I love you all. Messian Ungano. Bye.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated.